Hey guys, it is me again. And I say guys because I know that most of you guys that watch my videos are going to be watching this vid. Even though this is actually I guess you would kind of say an advice video to Brother Woody, his Cosmos. So brother, I do thank you for asking me. And I just want to tell all you guys that watch my videos too. If you ever need to know anything, excuse me, I mean, if it comes to anything mechanical, do like Brother Woody does. Email me, ask me. And I really just have more to say on this, giving Brother Woody advice than I'm a bad typer. I'm a hunter and pecker, and it would take me 2 hours to type what I can say in 5 minutes. So I just wanted to do that, but I don't care to do that for you guys. I'll make a video. I'll do whatever I can do. So you guys just don't ever hesitate, if I can talk, to ask me. So anyway, Brother Woody, getting to what you asked me about your car. And I'll just kind of fill you guys in. Brother Woody's car has got a head gasket leaking on it. So, and it's a high mileage car. And I know you're kind of wondering whether it's worth putting the money in it to fix a head gasket. So, and I do agree with you about the shop telling you that the head gasket was blowed after they charged you $500 to put a water pump on it. But in all honesty, that's the deal. Especially if your car was towed in there, they had to put the pump on it before they could even run the car. So in all honesty, they probably didn't know that. And I know you said that that's the way that they talk. They probably didn't know that the head gasket was leaking. I've ran into that before. I've had cars towed into me, had to fix one problem, then when you get one problem fixed, another one rears its head. And I do hate that because the customer's already had to spend money, and here they're going to have to spend money and do something else. But anyway, it's kind of getting off topic. What I was going to tell you, brother, what I would do if it was my car, I mean, you can spend the money on it if you want, but if it was my car, I would try this first, because the thing about trying this first, if it don't work, you're on out a few bucks. Then you can do the head gasket. I would try a permanent ceramic type head gasket sealer. You said your car was leaking water, using water. Now, if the car's running okay, if it's not missing, not misfiring and chugging, if it's not getting hot, if it's not trying to put, if a head gasket is blown from compression to water, that means the engine compression out of your pistons, that it makes in the combustion chamber when it fires, it will actually go through the gasket and get into the cooling system. And when it does that, the radiator will build up pressure. It'll get hot. It'll blow water out of the radiator. Now I've seen this stuff work even on those cases. But if your car is not doing that, if it's running okay, not missing, not trying to get hot, if you just happen to keep water in it, if it's just losing water, and I've seen a lot of Toyotas do that, more than likely this stuff will work. And like I said, I would get some kind of ceramic based permanent head gasket sealer. K&W makes one. You can do an internet search if you want, or any auto parts keeps them. K&W makes one. It's called K&W ceramic block sealer. Barsleek makes one, and a matter of fact, I've got a bottle of this. I hope you can see it good there. And this is permanent head gasket repair. I used this on a truck the other day. Had a Ford Explorer some people owned, and it was leaking water out of the head. Well, to be honest, guys, come to find out, it was another thing leaking on it, and we ended up fixing it. Matter of fact, they picked it up today. But I've seen this work plenty of times on other stuff, so that's the reason I've still got this bottle. So I was just going to show you. I used this the other day. It's not too hard to use. Any job like that, it'll work on. And there's some stuff. If you do an internet search, Brother Woody, it's called Steel Seal. Scotty Kilmer, I don't know if you've ever seen him. He makes YouTube videos. He's a mechanic. He actually endorses Steel Seal. I've never used Steel Seal. It's guaranteed. This stuff is guaranteed. If it don't work, I'd say probably all they'll do is give you your money back, but still, this is guaranteed. I think the K&W is guaranteed. I would try that. I really would, because I'll tell you a quick story, Brother Woody. Uh, Back when we just opened the shop up, and we bought a Dodge D50. You know, me and Dad, we're old Dodge men. That's all we own. We bought a Dodge D50. I don't know if you guys remember those. They made them back in the mid '80s, maybe up to the early '90s. Well, they were basically in a Chrysler and Isuzu had a partnership at that time, and they were basically in a Isuzu pickup truck. I didn't know that at the time. We didn't know that really. They had a 2.6 liter Isuzu engine in them, and they were junk pretty much. But anyway, we bought one dirt cheap with the engine down in it. We spent like $1,200 having this engine rebuilt, you know, everything done right. And we didn't think to tell the machinist. The machinist guy always built our racing engines and stuff, and we were racing. Good guy, did good work. We just didn't think to tell him to check the block or the head or anything like that for cracks, because we just didn't think to. So he didn't do it, you know. So anyway, we spent $1,200 having this engine rebuilt, put it back in the truck, started up, run perfect. After the truck run about 10 minutes, it started shooting antifreeze out the side of the block. And you could visibly see it when the truck would get warm. It had a crack about that long that would open up in the block and would actually spit antifreeze out of it. It was broke into a water jacket. It had frozen, busted. Is what happened. Well, anyway, I bought some of this K&W block sealer. Didn't know what else to do. Didn't really, you know. Now, having an arc welder and everything, I would have probably bought some nickel rods and welded it up. But didn't have access to that at the time. Anyway, trying to make this video as short as I can. I bought the K&W brand ceramic block sealer, put in this truck, did the instructions that it says. Now, it's a little bit of a process to do, but nothing hard. You can do it yourself if you want to. And long story short, it fixed the truck. Got done with it, put antifreeze in it. We drove the truck for 3 years, 2 or 3 years before we got rid of it, and the truck held fine. I've used it on friends and family's cars. I've used it on customers' cars, you know, because I have people all the time. This is a poor part of the country. People will come in here with a head gasket or something like that leaking. And, you know, like on this Explorer, that's the reason when we thought that's what it was. You know, it was going to cost probably $1,000 to put one head gasket on this V6. Or, you know, labor and everything, $50 to try the sealer. Now, which, you know, it's worth it. It's worth trying. So, Brother Woody, I just wanted to tell you that. Like I said, that's what I would do if it was my car. Because if it don't work, it's not going to hurt anything. It's not going to stop anything up. Now, your mechanic shop may not want to do it. You know, most shops are not like me. If I can make a few bucks off of a car and save the person $1,000, I'd rather do that. The Lord will send me work some other way. You know, if it has to be fixed, it has to be fixed. But, you know, I'd rather be honest with people. I'd rather let the people save money. Now, most shops are not like me. Most, you know, if you mention this sealer to most shops, they're going to kick and cuss and go on, and, you know, because they want the, what'd you say, $1,300 to put a head gasket on it. Side note, I wish I could get $1,300 to do a head gasket job, but I know that includes everything. But probably a head gasket job on a Camry for me, you're probably looking about half that is about what I would do it for, parts and everything. But anyway, getting off that, they're probably not going to agree with that. So like I said, Brother Woody, if you want to take the car, and this is what I would do, because I know you can do a little bit of this stuff, I would get the car, take it home, buy a bottle of either the K&W, the bars, get online, look for the steel seal. The steel seal, like I said, now it's got a guarantee, I reckon. You know, you buy it, now usually they involve draining all the antifreeze out of the car. You can't have any antifreeze left. You have to actually drain the antifreeze out and run pure water through it until you get all the antifreeze out. You have to get it down to pure water. Now what I do, I usually buy a little, they make a kit. It's called a flush kit. It's a little T that you just cut one of your heater hoses, put this T in it, and you actually hook a water hose up to it. And you start the car, you take your radiator cap off, you open your drain plug on your radiator, and you turn your water on. And it will actually flush your engine, heater core, radiator, everything out as it's running. It'll flush one from antifreeze down to pure water in 2 or 3 minutes. I mean, it's just, you can buy one of those kits at any parts house for $5. That's what I would do. But like I said, all you've got to do, you've got to get all the water, all the antifreeze out down to pure water. They've got good instructions. Then with this stuff, which the K&W is the same, you mix this stuff to like 1 quart of this to 3 quarts of warm water in a bucket. You tighten your drain plug back up on your radiator, pour it in, fill the radiator back up with just regular, clear cold water. Start the car and let it run for so many minutes, and it'll tell you to cut it off and check the water, fill it up if it needs some more. Let it run 15 more minutes, then you check it again, then you let it run maybe a half hour more. And that just gets the whole cooling system coated with this ceramic coating. Then you cut it off. You let it cool down a minute so you don't get burnt up. You drain your radiator. You take your plug out and let all the water and everything drain out. You leave your cap off and your drain out, and you let it set for 24 hours. Then you just go back 24 hours later, tighten your drain plug back up, fill it up with antifreeze, and drive it. And like I said, Woody, everything I've ever used it on that I can remember, it's always worked on, and it's permanent. Like I said, if it's not completely permanent, it should at least last you another year or two. That's what you're concerned about, is the car, spending this kind of money on the car, and the car not going to last that much longer anyway. That's what I would do. Now, some people may scoff at me saying that because I'm a professional mechanic. Technically, is that the right way to fix the car? No, it's not. But, we don't live in a perfect world. And, sometimes we got to do what we got to do. Like I said, I've used it on that D50 that was our company truck. I used it on it. That made a believer out of me. This thing actually had a crack that you could see when it would get hot open up. And this ceramic K&W ceramic sealer sealed it, and it never leaked another drop. So, and even if yours is blown into compression a little bit, I've seen it fix cars blown into compression. I really have. So, that's what I would do, brother. You can do a little online research if you want. See what you think's the best. The Bars brand, the K&W. I use Bars this time because Bars is good stuff. But Bars or K&W, either one. The Steel Seal branded stuff, everybody loves it. Scotty Kilmer says that it worked, that he's seen it work on everything. So that's what I would do, brother. It'll probably cost you, I think this was $12.95 plus a few minutes of time and a little water. That's what I would do, brother. I really would. I would try some permanent ceramic block sealer. Do your internet search, go to a parts house, and talk to some people, whatever you want to do. That's what I would do. Really, that's what I'd do. It's going to save you the money. It's going to save you money. Then if it don't, like I said, if it don't work, if in 2 or 3 weeks, or it works for 2 or 3 weeks and it starts leaking again, then have it done. This is not going to hurt anything using this stuff. Most people think that it stops everything up, heater cores, and it don't. Not the ceramic sealers. They're not just regular old stop leak. So that's what I would do, Brother Woody. If you need anything else, just email me and let me know. And guys, I know some of you other guys are going to be watching this, so I thank you for being here. I'm sorry for missing my Project Survey More last night. I'm getting ready to make a vid right now for it, so I'll tell you why I wasn't here. But anyway, thank you guys. Thank you, Brother Woody. Thank you for praying for me, and I'll talk to you guys later. Love you, brother. Bye.